In this video, I'll solve the second problem in the projections of points chapter. Second problem. A point G is 25 mm below HP and is situated in the third quadrant. The shortest distance from the intersection of XY and X1, Y1 is 45 mm. Draw its projections and find its distance from VP. Point G is situated in the third quadrant, so should write HP above and VP below. Third quadrant. Point G is 25 mm below HP. You can mark that distance below HP. Line command. First endpoint of the line should be on the XY line. So you should click when the nearest snap is displayed on the cursor. Nearest snap is displayed. Click for the first point. Line should be vertical, so click when the vertical snap is displayed on the cursor. Then continue the same line command and draw a perfect horizontal line. Click when the horizontal snap is displayed. Then deactivate the line command. To deactivate the command, right click and click on the select option. Okay, this distance should be 25 mm. Point G is 25 mm below HP. Click on the line, smart dimension command. Click on the line. Click again to place the dimension. In the modify edit box, type 25. Press enter key on the keyboard. Shortest distance from the intersection of XY and X1, Y1 is 45 mm. Okay, that distance is given. We have drawn XY line. XY line thickness should be 0.25 mm. 0.25 mm. Then draw the X1, Y1 line at any distance. Draw a perfect vertical line. Specify the second point when the vertical snap is shown on the cursor. Thickness 0.25 mm. XY and X1, Y1 line thickness should be 0.25 mm. This distance can be anything. Name this line as x1, y1. It is not x dash, y dash, it is x1, y1. Shortest distance from the intersection of xy and x1, y1 is 45 mm. Okay, this is the intersection point of xy and x1, y1 line. Okay, after drawing this much, we have to cut an arc of radius 45 mm on this line. Arc center point should be at this intersection point. Okay, sometimes intersection snap is not displayed, so I trim this portion of the xy line to get end point of the line here. Trim entities command. Click and drag on the line. Should select power trim option. Power trim. Then click and drag on the line to trim that portion of the line. Click on the right mark. The command is closed. Now there is endpoint of the line. We can select this endpoint as the center of the arc. Then you have to select center point arc command. Okay, this endpoint as center. When endpoint snap is shown on the cursor, click. Okay, that is the center point of the arc. Then specify the start and end points of the arc. Start point is specified. Click again to specify the end point. We have drawn the arc, but we have taken a random radius. We should specify the radius. So the arc is selected. So I click on the select tool to deactivate. Then I click on the smart dimension command. Then I click on the arc. Once again I click to place the dimension. When you place the dimension, modify edit box is displayed. Type 45 in the modify edit box. Then press enter key on the keyboard. Now from this intersection point, we have to draw a vertical line. Most of the times intersection snap is not displayed, so what we can do is we can trim off this portion of the arc and the line. Trim entities command, power trim. We can drag Then click OK to close the command. Okay, now there is endpoint. We can start the line from this endpoint. Line command from this endpoint. Draw a perfect vertical line. Specify the second point of the line when the vertical snap is shown on the cursor. Deactivate the command, or you can double click to repeat the command. Now from this endpoint, we have to draw 45-degree line. When the endpoint snap is shown on the cursor, okay, this is endpoint snap. Click for the first point of the line. Draw an inclined line. Specify the second point. Then double click left mouse button to repeat the command. Draw a line here. Deactivate the line command. Okay, this is the target line for extending this line. Using extend entities command, extend this line till here. See, when you move the cursor on this line, a preview is shown. Click to extend the line. The line is extended till here. Close the extend entities command. Click on the select tool. Then delete this line. Okay, we have drawn an inclined line. Okay, this inclination should be 45 degree. So you can mark the dimension between these two lines or these two lines. Same command, smart dimension. Select the first line, move the cursor. Select the second line. See, that line gets highlighted. Place the dimension. Third click. Okay, I repeat. I cancel this. I delete this dimension. Command is still active. Now I mark the dimension between these two lines. Can either mark the dimension between this line and this one, or this one and this one. First line is selected. Software is showing a parallel dimension, but you want to mark the angular dimension. So move the cursor, select the XY line, click on the XY line. Okay, dimension preview is displayed. Place the dimension. Type the value 45. Press enter. Close the command. You can place this dimension here. Now from this intersection, you have to draw a horizontal line. First, trim off this extra portion of the line. Close the trim command. Then draw a line from this endpoint. When endpoint snap is displayed, click for the first point. Here you can use alignment indicator option. Alignment indicator is a dotted line. It shows the alignment with this point. What you have to do is to display the alignment indicator, blue color dotted line, move the cursor here, then make the line horizontal. Then click for the second point of the horizontal line. Then you can draw vertical line and you can join it to this end point. Close the command. In the question, it is asked to find its distance from VP. That is this distance. You have to measure that length. Smart dimension command. Click on this line. Place the dimension. Okay, distance from VP is 37.42. We have to name the top view, front view and side views. Okay, this is the top view. This is the front view. And this is the side view. Okay, now we have to place points for the top view, front view and side view. I switch to the annotation tab, insert block. I already created a point using a block command. When the nearest snap is displayed, you have to click to place the point. Nearest snap. Here also nearest snap. Here also. Zoom and place the point. The nearest sketch snap is displayed. You should click to place the point. We should write the answer in sentence. Just take a copy of the text. These are projection lines, except xy and x1 y1 line. All other lines are projection line. Thickness should be 0.18 mm. Okay, that's all in this video. Thank you.